Hello. I was saying on one of my other videos I'd be working on this car here. So I thought I'd do it as a live. This way I can loosen up the screws here on the car and be talking to you at the same time. It's always handy to have good tools like this here because you never know. They might get the screws in just, hey, how you doing, Hazel? Glad to see you. I loosened up the screws on this Menards car and I've got a truck here that I've got to work on. Get the wheels put back on. Right. Otherwise it's not going to roll. Alrighty, got that one loose. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Oh wow, had an extra. I'm gonna angle this down so you can see what I'm working on. It's a no-scale car. Hi there, Ryan Plays. Okay, got. Oh wow, I can't angle it much more than that. That's my Menards car I'm working on, and I got my ballastol here for lubricant. Because this one truck here, the wheels don't roll on it very smoothly because it's not put together right. So I'm going to have to take it off the car and disassemble it and reassemble it. What does that can say? Ballastol. It's a lubricant and it protects and preserves firearms, leather, knives, tools, locks, and things like that. And eco-friendly. I don't know. I haven't heard it talk much, so I don't know if it's friendly to me or not. But I'm working on removing the screws so I can take the bottom off the car. And, okay, that screw came loose, but where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I gotta keep the screws from getting lost. Set them over here. And this gets part of the maintenance and upkeep of a model railroad. Come on now. There we go. But I was hoping I'd be able to chat with the rest of you as I'm doing this and answer any questions I can. It's basically an O-scale car. Hey, Brooke Milligan, a.k.a. Scooter. Oh, wow. How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm working on a O-scale car here because I'll show you once I get the bottom taken off this car here. That darn truck is just off enough where the wheels won't roll. I got it right. Hey, how about that? Because I'm usually pretty bad at pronouncing names. Okay, I don't even get a good look at this, but the axle for this part of the wheel is up above the frame. I don't know if you can get a good look at that or not. And I might be able to pop that in there without taking it all apart. Just need to take the bottom off the car and pop that back into the frame hole. Hey, how about that? That loosened those wheels right up. I didn't need to take the C-clip off here and remove the truck and then remove the other screws. All I had to do was pop that axle back into the side frame of the truck. Cool. That was a simple and easy fix. And let's see, I might just hit that with a little ballastol anyway. just to make sure it keeps rolling freely. But that was a Southern Pacific car. I'll do it that way. That I picked up at Menards. Oh, I'll flip it over this way. Well, I did try to teach people about some things when I was younger. But I tried my best and hoped for the best. There we go. I got the base lined up so I could see the screw holes on the bottom. I wish this camera would focus. There we go. Got a little bit of a focus. You see the screw hole there? Anyway, I got it lined up where we got the shell holes for holding the screws and the base of the bottom lined up so I can put the screws, these little teeny things. Hi, Dad. Hey, Red, how you doing? My daughter just popped on. How about that? She could tell you about me trying to teach them about putting real cars back together and things like that. Or being a bad influence. Just getting ready for work, yeah? Well, how's work been treating you? It's good to hear from people. All right, it's okay. Well, good. At least you can say, hey, you're doing something, right? Okay, I'm going to try to put this car back together here. Like I was saying, always good to have good tools and things like that when you're doing things like this. Of course, if your fingers are too big, then that might be a problem. And you might drop the screw like I just did. But sometimes it helps to have a shop, but right now my shop is a little too cold to work in. There we go. Got that screw back out of there. And my screwdriver is not a magnetic tip. I wish it was. Then it'd hold on to that screw and I could put it right in there. But I'm going to see. Nope, not a magnetic tip. There. So I'm going to have to use my big broad. Hey, how you doing, Lost Scotsman? I'm working on one of my Menards cars. I'll put this video on the replay, and you can see the beginning of it. If I can get my fingers to work right, I can get these screws in here. Do I like Elvis and Johnny Cash? Well, yeah, I like both of them. And I also liked Jim Reeves, Patsy Cline, Grandpa Jones, String Bean. Also liked Earl Scruggs, Lester Flatt, and many, many more. Even Minnie Pearl. Crud. Thanks for bringing that subject up. My kids could tell you I drove them bananas with country music quite a bit. They told me to get in with the in crowd, and I'm going, why? I like the crowd I'm hanging with now. Most of the singers you listen to are dead and gone, Dad. Oh, is that the problem? Oh, crud. Oh, any of you out there tinker with trains? I love bluegrass myself. A lot of the older stuff. Lester Flatt, Earl Scruggs. Oh, good grief. Even the Dillards. They were on the Andy Griffin show. They did a lot of singing with him. And, oh, Lord, there's a whole bunch of them. All right. Well, we'll see you later. Oh, one of our viewers had to go, which is all right. They got things to do. People see. Chores to do, maybe, or even dinner. Oh, come on. Big fingers, work. But I thought I'd work on this car doing a live because my other videos were all recorded. I'm going, well, let's do a live here and see who all is interested in trains and who's all interested in just what I'm up to here lately. Oh, there we go. Got that one on in there. Yeah, I picked up a set of punches there at Menards, and I picked up some ice melt, get rid of the snow and ice there. Well, see you later, Red. We'll talk with you later, and be careful at work. Have a safe shift. Always have a safe shift. Yep. I've been a bad influence on my kids. They like being safe at work. There we go. In fact, I got a call from my wife. She was at work. She just wanted to touch base with me and see if... There we go. We got that car back together and the wheels roll. How about that? Now, not too much. I don't want to spray too much because my coffee's sitting right over here. I don't want Ballastol flavored coffee. That, and I like to use this mainly on cleaning my rifles. There we go. Got that put together. Got those lubricated. They roll smoothly. I got that Southern Pacific ready for the rails now. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to drink a coffee toast to all those fine subscribers that have watched my videos and helped me get up to... I'm going to move this thing up. Hey, there I is. A coffee toast to my subscribers and those viewers who have watched my videos. Because you put up with my bad jokes and some of the minor details of my life and working on trains and other hobbies and watching my beard grow. Anyway, you're still here and love the model trains? Well, thank you very much, Lost Scotsman. I appreciate that because a lot of people have jumped off of here because they've got to either go to dinner or whatever, do their schoolwork. I have a lot of kids that watch my videos, and that's why I try to keep my videos fairly clean. That, and I got a promise I made years ago. And I like to keep that promise. And let's see, got that Southern Pacific car today. Takes me back when I was a kid. It's 10 to 2 in the morning here. Wow. And you're up watching me? Man, you better get some sleep. I'm not that. Oh, I see. You're watching my videos so you can sleep. Get bored to sleep, right? Just picking on you. Just picking on you. Oh, it's good to hear from you. Hey, is that situation getting any better over there? Uh, are they still talking about letting just everybody come over and say we're a immigrant, which should be squatter, and come in and get properties right out from underneath everybody? Well, don't feel too bad because we've got some of the same problems over here. We've got people wanting no border security whatsoever. And we've got a president fighting for border security and a Congress fighting against him. And Lord knows what kind of mess we're going to end up with here. But you're in my prayers, Lost Scotsman. You and everybody else there, because we've traced our family back to Europe, and we've probably got family somewhere over there yet. Our last name originally was German, but I imagine we, knowing the Loops, weren't too shy about marrying a Scot or an Irishman or a Englishman or you know what I mean. They're pretty. They're nice. Oh boy. Yeah, at least in the early years here, people were willing to try to become Americans, not just, oh, I'm going to go to this country and keep my own language and to heck with trying to be part of the country. Well, have you ever thought of applying for citizenship at the Principality of Sealand? Last I knew, they had over 300 different rooms in that place, and only 27 people living on the Principality of Sealand. And that is sea land. That's that old yo Joseph, how you doing? But the Principality of Sealand is an independent little country that's just off the coast of England. North Carolina. That'd be good, but you'd be moving right back into the same kind of mess you're having over there in the UK. Oh, Joseph, you missed out on the working on the car, but I did get the wheels rolling on that one truck. You'll have to watch replay. But I'm glad you're here, because Lost Scotsman and I are yakking away about just different things going on in his country and my country, well, this country, the United States. And it's so messed up. So if an adult tells you that we adults are able to, well, yeah, that's true. The United States, we can at least still own a gun at this point in time. But if the Democrats had their way, they'd take away our right to bear arms, our right to disagree with them, and throw us all in prison just for looking at them sideways. Wow, thank you for saying I'm right. For once in my life, I'm right. I've been told I'm wrong so much at work, I began to wonder if I ever am right. Oh boy, 3 years in jail for a knife that's over 6 inches long? Well, then they better throw me away and throw me in there and throw away the key then, because I've got several butcher knives in my kitchen. Next I'll probably limit you on the amount of toilet paper you can use. I better shut up while I'm ahead. They may tax your tea as well. Or do they already? Can't carry them outside? Well, how do you get them home from the store when you buy a new butcher knife? Have a police officer carry it for you? Yeah, I know I'm on Infinite's page, but I'm trying to get more views here too, because I'm trying to get my YouTube page where I can earn a little cash. So if we can share the videos and share comments and do things like that on each other's pages, let's do it. And I owe Infinite a big thank you, but I sure wish you'd use some of my newer videos. That one's one of my old ones he keeps playing. He must like picking on me or something. I like that guy. I never met him, but I like him. But that's all right. Uh, I bet you'd be fun to go fishing with. It was my best video. Oh, Lord. I hope not. I hope I've done better videos since then. Oh, thanks for picking on me. Oh, crud. But, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for people showing me how to use YouTube and, the people watching my videos and sharing my videos. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And Joseph, I thank you for being here as well. I think you may have already subscribed to Lost Scotsman, haven't you? He's got some good videos. He raises some good points too. Yes, you have. Okay, I was just curious because, oh man, if I could, I'd go fishing with Lost Scotsman. I'd go fishing with uh, Infinite. I'd go fishing with you. That'd be a boat full, wouldn't it? Go out on a lake, go trout fishing, or even walleye. Oh boy, we'd have to do some cooking then. Hmm. Yep. You know, I'd even like to invite Hickok 45 to go fishing with us. If you've watched any of his videos, salmon fishing, oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Salmon fishing in Scotland. Well, I'd have to tell my boss I wouldn't be home for a few weeks. Now, if my page took off good enough, I could just say, okay, I'm going. But so far, it hasn't taken off that good. I'm not independently employed by just doing my YouTube. Not yet. That's why I keep my job, working as an outside maintenance person. That, and there's a lot of people I meet doing that job that are pretty nice folks. So, all honesty there, I think I'd miss chatting with the people coming in and out of the place as I'm shoveling or sweeping up cigarette butts. Shoveling snow, sweeping cigarette butts, picking up trash. Basic janitorial, but outside. Then in the spring and summer, it's mowing lawns, pulling weeds, and trimming bushes. But it's worthwhile. It is worthwhile. Uh, oh boy. So, oh, okay. Well, thank you, Joseph. I've given you a couple of shout outs here on this here, so I know when I play this video, they're going to see you pop up several times, so you might get some other subscribers from people just popping on and watching. Ooh. Have you seen Nessie? Oh, probably not. Oh, they probably will. Oh, oh, I'm picking on you, Lost Scotsman. Have you seen Nessie in the locks? Because when I lived in Oregon, we definitely ran across the sign of Bigfoot. Not yet. Smile. Let me know when you do. Let me know when you do. Now, would that be before or after you had a couple of good shots of 12-year-old scotch? Or would that be 24-year-old scotch? uh, I know I'd be seeing things probably after the 24-year-old scotch. Oh, there you go. There you go. A good old malt. Uh, well, shoot. I've worked on the train car and yapped your ears off, talked about ballastol, had some coffee. even mentioned Nessie. Gee, what else can we have on this video? A little bit of everything. It's turned into a regular BS session. Gameplay video. I did jump onto a game page that was recommended to me, and that was that. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, my phone's the one with the camera. But I forgot the name of it. But you play it, and you have a chance of winning money or tokens. I've been playing that. So far, I've gotten the money up to about $4, but the tokens, I've gotten quite a few of them. Oh, Game Day, I think it is, or Lucky. I'm gonna have to look it up again. Xbox, One Battlefield, or Call of Duty. I wish I had an Xbox, but I'll have to save the money up for that. Because I'm still looking at that Red Dead Redemption 2 game. And that sounds interesting to me. Because I like the Old West. I like some of the westerns I've read by Louis L'Amour, Zane Grey. Oh, you've played that one, Lost Scotsman? How good is it? Oh, you said very good. Cool. Oh, did you get to check that video out that I posted in your discussion part of your page, where they have a Old West town built there in Scotland, and they do yeah, I have a phone number, but I don't give it out because half the time I get phone calls of people I don't recognize. I don't answer them. I'm pretty pretty good about trying to keep my phone calls down to a minimum. I used to work phone sales. Forgive me for this, but I used to put in 12 hours a day on the telephone doing phone sales. I got tired of it. I burned out. I got tired of people hanging up on me or being rude. So I gave it up. Which is a good thing because I hate bugging the crap out of people on the phone. All right. Yeah. The American. Did you know that there's a group of Civil War reenactors in Russia who do both the North and the South? They can't have regular firearms. Their muzzleloading rifles have pins drilled through the barrel so they can just pour the powder down the barrel and put the cap on there and touch off the powder. But they can reenact the American Civil War in Russia. That I found out on YouTube. It was kind of interesting seeing Southern boys speaking Russian. And no, I don't know what SCP-174 is. Well, we can still use muzzle loaders here. We can use the cartridge guns. We can use bow and arrow. Some states, you can even use the crossbow in. And I have some muzzleloaders. I've done videos on that. And I have some cartridge ones. I left my bow in Oregon, darn it. But I couldn't carry that on the bus coming up here to North Dakota. And the way this arm's bugging me right now, I don't think I'd be able to use a bow to do any video of that. Because after I fell, this arm's still pretty tender. Why no one watches my channel? Because I'm an old fart and they are looking for the young folks that are doing the games, doing the weird things on YouTube. Black powder handgun is very interesting. I love old weapons. I have a black powder revolver in the bedroom and the gun safe. Brass frame Remington. And it is in .44 caliber. And I've taken that out hunting with me a few times. Because in Oregon, if you're bear hunting and you're using a bow, you get to carry a pistol. So I improvised. I carried a black powder revolver because that's what I had as a pistol. I got a few raised eyebrows, but it was legal. And it was fun to target practice with at the end of the day so I could clean the gun. That's part of the fun of black powder, cleaning it afterwards. In fact, I'm thinking of eventually loading some black powder 45 Colt, long Colt cartridges as well. I've watched a few videos on that. I'm doing some research on that before I even try. Because you've got to take the responsibility for when you do your hand loads. It's nobody else's. Your grandpa practiced with firearms? Good deal. He's upholding his right to the Second Amendment, which I wish more people would. If you can, join the NRA and any other gun organization to protect your rights. And if there's any gun associations that even that reenactment group there in Scotland that I sent the video to Lost Scotsman, if you can join that, it's a toenail hold on the rights that they still have left. At least give you a fighting chance to at least say, hey, I'm trying to preserve our freedoms. Whether well, even if you can't take the guns out of the club, at least you can say, hey, I'm trying to preserve that piece of history. I'm claiming my rights. I'm claiming my part of history. I can't use guns, but I have held a shotgun. Well, I don't know your situation about not being able to use guns or have guns, but if and when you can get that cleared up, go for it. You don't have to be a gun owner to join the NRA either. You can be somebody that just supports keeping the Constitution intact, because the NRA has fought for all parts of the Constitution. You know, good. Because at times they have to fight for the First Amendment, or the Second Amendment, Third Amendment, even the Fourth. Hi, Travis. How you doing? Welcome to the conversation. I was working on this Southern Pacific car earlier. When I put this on replay, you can see the beginning part of this, but welcome, welcome. We were sitting here BSing about firearms at this point in time. You're good? Well, hey, glad to hear that. So would that make me the bad or the ugly? Probably the ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Spaghetti westerns, gotta love them. But yeah, yep. Yeah, I just was talking to Lost Scotsman and Joseph here to take a good look into the National Rifle Association. Even if Lost Scotsman's across the pond in Scotland, if he became a member of the NRA, that opened some eyes. Oh, crud. All right. So I think that'd put some smiles on some people's faces too. But I'm going to have to be going here because it's probably getting close to time to pick Christine up. Well, to answer your question, we had ships that had cannons on them before the Civil War, but the ironclad vessels came about during the Civil War, and they were the first metal. The first submarine came about. First working submarine came about during the Civil War. In fact, it was a Confederate submarine by the name of the Hunley. And I noticed Wi-Fi cut out on me. Am I still on, or am I just babbling to myself? But the CSA Virginia, known as the Merrimack, was a very large ironclad. And then there was the Monitor. The first rotating turret was credited to the Monitor. Well, they're more than welcome to leave the group. I can't tie them down and say, no, you got to stay. I don't know if there was ever a fort that didn't fall during the Civil War. And it was on the Confederate side. Well, I feel ashamed now because most of my family was on the Confederate side. Some of them were on the Union. But, oh well, that war's done and over with, thank God. Yeah. We got lucky and we put the country back together again after that. And in fact, this month was General Robert E. Lee's birthday and General uh, Stonewall Jackson's birthdays this month. Stonewall Jackson's was on the 25th. Robert E. Lee's was earlier, I think. But I wasn't able to go celebrate their birthday with them. Anyway, I'm going to have to let you go because I'm probably going to end up needing to go pick Christine up here shortly. I'll tell her hi for everybody, and I can guarantee you she'll tell everybody that popped on here hi and glad to hear from you. And we'll talk with you later, okay?